Hey everyone. Okay, we're going to do one of our favorite things today. We are going to talk about board game packages that we've made for a big variety of people. Because if you haven't heard us say it before, we know plenty of people think that they don't like board games, but we think you just haven't been paired with the correct board games for your group. Because all the board games here absolutely are not for everyone. We think they're for these groups of people that answered the questions, let us know what they were looking for. And so we're just going to go through, we have a big variety of ages and price points. And I opened up one game in each of these stacks to play. These are the demo games. We're not going to send them the opened ones. Right? Okay, so Steph assembled these for the most part for me. I sent her some ideas. Okay, so this was for a family. This is a $200 package that a lot of them are older, but they also have a 7-year-old, but the 7-year-old plays a lot of games. So they just were like, make sure the 7-year-old can participate, but really, please don't give us all 7-year-old games. Yes. So this is great. I love that there was a $200 package here so that you can see, like, if you want to revamp your game selection, 200 is going to do it. So Stabbits we're going to play in a second. Flip 7, one of our absolute best-selling games. Oh, this one's for the kids because it's not parent approved. So this is like an apples to apples style game that opens with a burping contest. So I think that's enough said. One Too Many Rabbits. A lot of people have been liking this. So it's like playing Shut the Box in reverse with cards. Got it? Got it. So you're holding all of the cards that you want to get rid of, much like in Shut the Box. So then you roll the dice and you're playing, and you get to pick if you want to roll 1, 2, or 3 dice. So closer to the end, you're not going to roll as many. And then you're going to discard cards so long as you can make them add up to what you rolled. If you can't, you have to draw a card. Okay. First to get rid of their cards wins.
Cute.
Go big or go broke.
I feel like the laughs last Saturday, anytime somebody was like hysterical, was coming from.
I mean, I loved watching, like, you know, a 6'7" man walking the catwalk.
Yeah.
So in this one, you are just having contests. Go big or go. Go big or go. But look, I was looking at it. The correct way on the back. Oh,
it went wild at the demos.
Okay, so 2 people will be going head to head to impersonate a vampire or snort as hard as you can. Ouch. And they're betting this fake money all the way through. Steph, you played it with your family, and
It was a huge hit with all 4 of us, and there were some hiccups because we were laughing so hard.
Okay, Midsummer Night's Fair. This is a dice game that I actually kind of like. There aren't a lot of those.
Yeah, I really liked
Yeah.
it. Robin gave me a great demo.
Yeah, it has a whole bunch of little mini, like, fair games in it. So multiple will be going at one time, and as you're rolling your dice, you're picking where you want to play them, and you want to win that game to be able to then roll for prizes.
A little strategy, a little luck.
A little strategy, a little luck, and just really not like any other game that I know of. It's really cool in that way.
And a huge age range.
Are you sure that you're doing this for the right amount of money? This is so many games.
I wrote them down.
Tower Stack, this is like a wobbly stacking game. The Lunchroom, this is another fun. It's easy. You're just trying to get a full school lunch in the cards, but there are also foam tater tots involved. Dabble, a word game that's been fun. Kelly texted me and said that with Ashley, a 6-year-old, they've been having a whole lot of fun with this. You know, you slow it down, you don't race, but like you really can watch their brains work and see them what they're learning. Bhutan, this was a favorite entry-level strategy game, and now you want to play Stabbits?
Sure, because I actually didn't get to play.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No.
I set this up for a 3-player game.
Okay.
So I guess we'll let Steph take it.
Yeah.
That's okay, I'll just reach in.
Okay, so this is like the funniest abstract game ever made. So on your turn, all you're going to do is roll the dice and make that many movements. So a movement is either one space in the direction you're headed or a 90-degree turn. Okay. So that would have just been 2 turns. Okay. The goal is to come up behind another rabbit and take their place, stabbing them in the back with your carrot. And then the carrots are an extra move whenever you choose to use it. You can have more than one, but if someone else takes you out of the game, then they get your carrots.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can't, like, it's not like an extra life. It's just an extra move.
Just an extra move.
And if you
and
go
then there's
off,
a hidey hole here. Yeah, there's a hidey hole here that you can pop into at the end of one turn. Like if I went, whoops, 2, 3 on a 3, I would be in there for the next 2 people's turns, but then I'm gonna have to exit in the direction I'm facing. And the board goes imaginary circles.
Okay.
So if I were to go 1 here and up here.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll just play a couple turns to show.
Okay.
But it's so funny to just watch these rabbits moving around the board. Okay, so I'm gonna 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're simultaneously trying to get to the other players and keep yourself protected. You don't want to end with your back to someone. I might have needed to land on the carrot. But
You have to land on it, but you can turn 90 degrees to stay in the space.
We'll go here.
Yeah.
I've learned about 100 games in the last 2 weeks, so
I should have gone the other way.
exact rules are a little muddled.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, and then you land on the carrot and you're there. And then we'll say this is Stab, and we're going to try to get her murdered real fast.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
For the sake of the game. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay,
Nope.
so now thanks. Okay, now it's my turn. 3, so I'm going to try to get myself set up to be killed too.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so now,
I like it when you guys set it up so
For
that
you to
I
win.
get to
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
so now if Emily rolls a, yeah, because it doesn't have to be exact, right? She's going to come behind me. So
Yeah, not on that.
2, 3.
It is though.
4. She took me out and she gets my carrot. And so Steph better run for her
So I
life.
got 2 carrots.
Yeah. So this one, I like the easy stuff. I like everything
Super
about
cute.
it. It's super
Oh,
cute.
come on through. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're good.
Oh, we're mic'd. You can start throwing a party over there. You won't mess anything.
You're good.
Okay, so that family's gonna have like an entirely new set of games. That's
Sorry.
I love it when they give us enough information for us to go, okay, we really can give
I
you
feel
8
really
and
confident
10
in
plus
this.
games for
I
your
also like
7-year-old.
that they got 2 rabbit games. Yeah. Okay, this one, these are maybe our favorite ones to do because we feel like a lot of people don't think of board games under like age 5. They'll get to 5 and be like, I think he's ready to try a game. And we're like, oh, we've started 18 months. So this is exactly that. This is wanting to get started with an early board game collection for, it was either a 2 or 3-year-old, but they said it didn't all have to be like this level of easy. Okay, I opened Tacta Bing because I'm just obsessed with how cute this game is. This is a magic game. Someone's going to be the magician. All these pieces are in the middle. And there are a lot of different ways to play to make it harder or easier for the age.
They all wouldn't.
Yes. And then we have these sitting around the edges in the easiest level that do show the pieces. So a kid's going to be able to do kind of a process of elimination. Pretend I've finished setting that up. Okay. And then I'm the magician and I'm the little kid. I'm going to cover these up and I'm going to say, so you would have looked at them and tried to memorize. And I'm going to say, Tacta Bing! And I've just taken one out of the set.
No.
And you want to be the first to say which one it was. I was really rude in my choice because it's not a
I was going to say, there's no card. I was like, there's a
Hope
card.
you were paying attention.
And as the adult that
Okay,
never
we're trying it,
remembers, I
Okay,
appreciate
ready?
the cards.
Yeah.
It was this. It was the block.
Those are the blocks. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I feel.
Okay, you feel a little better now?
Now I feel ready.
Okay, ready? I'm covering it up. Abracadabra, alakazam, Tacta Bing!
It's the car.
It's the car. The car is missing. And like I said, you can scale it up,
Magically.
scale it down. It's like, it's not a brand new game. It's just what?
You can't find it. It's really gone. Uh-huh.
Preschool games, not my favorite.
Yeah. Super,
Oh
super
my gosh,
cute.
I'm getting it back in time. There we
So,
go.
what are the tokens? If you get it correct, you get a token?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna let my staff do
away.
that. So not a new concept, just a super, super adorable way to do it. Okay, the other games in here, I think 3, 4 plus. Okay, Mimic is another one that's 4 plus, but I know people have played with much younger kids.
Yes, definitely.
And they've also played with no kids.
Yeah.
Because this is Go Fish with facial expressions. So I would say, Emily, do you have any?
I do.
And she does, and then she would give me that card. So all your cards are facial expressions. I actually put this in another game package recently that her son had some developmental delays, and she said he loves board games but can have trouble with like question answer setup. So I wasn't sure. I asked her about this one ahead of time. I was like, because you can do it without being really verbal in it, you know, that you can point at the person, you can make the face, and she did go ahead and have me put it in, so I'm curious to get some feedback on how it's going. You did the highlight with this one.
Yeah, super, super cute. It's like just a new play on bingo. So each player has a 3x3 grid. So you have 9 cards in front of you. And then the person flipping up or you have 9 tiles in front of you, I'm sorry. Then somebody flips a card, and whoever has that card or that tile in their pile gets to flip it over. So you're trying to be the first one to get a 3 in a row in some orientation. Or, you know, you can be the first one to fill a board. I mean, you can really,
do it however you want.
Exactly.
Okay, super cute.
A great first word, first sight word kind of thing.
This one just wins the, I was going to say wins the cute award, but we've got a big contender here up next too. So this one, you are just trying to build a robot, so you're spinning the spinner. If you get a piece you need, you put it in the robot, you get to pick your head or your body. This one reminds me a lot of Cootie. Really super cute. And they also have to get a tool because they're building robots. Yes. And then my very first game, Let's Be Veterinarians, we're really, really into this one because it so nice from Hobbo. One, just the carrying case is super cute. And then in here you have all these sick animals that you're rolling your dice, trying to give them the medicine that they need. And when you get them healthy, you flip them over to the other side, and they're like, broken bone is gone. A healthy animal,
and a crocodile.
and it's only 2+. So I think they're going to get a good couple of years out of these games, but also probably get their toddler really into games to the point that they'll want more. So this was a $100 package, as opposed to what we're about to go to. Little kid games, like the Hobba games generally are $30, and we don't like to leave a Hobba game out of an early game package.
Agreed.
So $50 is totally doable. But this was a $100 package, and it definitely gets you more.
Right.
As opposed to doing $50 card game packages, we could do those all day long.
Right. Well, we always talk about how, like, when you're first playing games with your kids, it's about playing with the pieces as well as playing the game. So both Ta-Da Bing and Let's Be a Vet have all those wooden pieces. I mean, you can just play and do story time with those as well.
And
so
that
there's
is
so many levels.
A tip that I usually say in these videos that I left out is when you want your toddler to first play, don't do the game.
Yeah,
just open the
play
game.
with things.
Just put it out there. Let them put heads on bodies on the robots. Let them just play with the pieces and get that play pattern and that energy kind of out, so that you as the parent aren't frustrated going, no, leave that there. We're supposed to. Those don't go there. Skip all that. Let them get all their curiosity out.
Let them feel it out.
And then consider the game to be step 2. Okay, so this one I think we just haven't decided because it was a $50 card game order. That's not specified on there. The person just said they just exclusively like card games, which we have a lot of customers say that.
We do.
Usually it's because they don't like noise. I know.
I never thought about it that way.
Don't want it loud
Don't
dice.
play slapsy dice.
Yes, right. So $50 in card games, and these people did say that, like, they're not people who need 75 games. They will play the same one game for 30 game nights in a row. So
This is 2 piles.
yes, we just have to decide which one to do. This one has 3 games, that one has 4 games. Tacta, this was the second best-selling game at BrocoCon after Flip 7, but Flip 7's $8, so I feel like that was kind of cheating.
Yeah.
Okay, in Tacta, everybody has their own deck of identical cards, but they're not going to probably be in the same order, which is going to matter because you can only play your top or your bottom card. And you are going to play them into whatever grid currently exists into an exact matching position. So, for example, this triangle I could put here because it matches that triangle exactly. I could not put it into this square because it's not a square, but I could put the square here. Ultimately, you're going to score at the end of the game for the dots that are visible in your color. And the cards cannot touch each other. They also can't extend past the playing space. So you're going to want to make playing decisions that protect your cards. Or protect your dots. So let's say I'm going to do this. Now Emily might be looking for something like this to cover it up with. But I either said out loud or I only thought it. You can only play the top and bottom. You can't dig through your cards to look for something you want to play.
So I can play this on your.
So you could play that here,
Right.
and because of this game messing up the playing surface, you're probably protected there.
You can only play on that open spaces.
Well, no, I can cover yours. So now,
As
like
long as
I
it's
have
exactly
this.
the same. Okay.
I'm gonna do this. so that those 2 points are now mine, and no one's going to be able to play over them again. And this goes up to, I think, 6 players, that there are 6 different colors of decks in here. So the setup is none. The teaching is essentially none. And then the strategy, like that was a really good play, is involved. And so involved might be an overstatement. But
You could take an entire kitchen table.
yeah.
Like
Especially
just
if
the
you were
whole
playing with 6
space.
players, you would probably want to. So, like, see, this looks like an easy play, but I don't want to set her up to steal my 4 points. We're going to say that that's part of the playing surface. You can't, you're blocked. And so that's it. We get it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Tacta, definitely a favorite. Okay, and then you put in it, you put in it Ringer, which is going to be my forever alternative to Uno. Because the placement rules are the same.
I enjoyed
You can
it.
play up or down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to have a number card sitting around a dice. So if the dice says 4 and the number's at 2, now on your turn you can play the same color in a 3 or a 1, up and down, or you can change the color by playing the same number in a different color. There are some special cards, but you're trying to collect cards in this as opposed to get rid of cards. You draw back up to 6 if you don't have 6 at the end of your turn, and that's it.
That's it.
Um,
5 players?
That's what it says, yeah. I played it with 2. It's also like you play till the cards are gone, so it's long, like no, yeah. Although it might be faster, I don't know.
Unless you play with my kid and then you lose really fast. Yep.
And then one of us, this one's still on pre-order.
Still on pre-order.
So,
But it should be here.
so we'll probably do this one so we can ship this. But this one we loved. Yeah, it was a May or a June release. Because what you're going to do is everyone is a color of dinosaur that's in front of them, and then everyone has one of everyone's dinosaur colors. Because then we're going to flip over one of these cards. If only I had known that earlier. And everyone's going to put down the card of the person that they think that is. And I feel like you would have all put me on that one. Yeah. Because I say that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, wish I'd known that I was going to have 40 people winning that game I bought 12 of.
Yeah.
If only I'd known that.
Only I knew.
Or alternatively, these wildly popular
They're so
playing
beautiful.
cards. These are like Alice's Adventures in Wonderland
Yeah,
playing
they're
cards.
gorgeous. I mean, they've sold as soon as I put them out.
Oh, this is okay. We need to find out how gamey these people are because the lie, not hard, but I liked it a lot. All the cards are telling the truth in one way, either their number or their color. How you arrange them into your hands going to affect how you get to play them. And then if you get rid of your cards first, you score points. You play 3 rounds. I love this game, especially because it's $12. Deducto. This is like Clue made into a card game and better than the original Clue. So it's just a deduction card game. Love that. And then 3 chapters was amongst the gamers at our game conference an absolute favorite. People loved it. I played it with non-gamers. They were very confused.
Yeah, I think I can see that.
Yes. So it's one that I would tell people your first playthrough, don't even try to win. Just play the games to get the mechanics down, to see some of the cards, to read the cards. And then it's going to be
You're
a really
good. You can
game.
come on through.
You're totally fine. We're mic'd and people walk in front of the camera all the time. Yeah.
And we could always swap Trio. Trio would be a good swap out on 3 chapters
On 3
if they
chapters.
aren't into gaming.
Right, to take it down a level. But, sometimes it's nice for people who are more gamers to have quicker play card game and lower price because they'll, be putting all their money into Warhammer or something and they're like, I really need another game that doesn't break the bank. Okay, you ready to lose? We won't actually play. But we'll hold swords. Okay, let's hit each other with big swords. I love this game because I love sword fighting.
Things you didn't know.
So, everyone starts with a card just so they have some guidance. So let's say Emily has a purple card, that's the I got a P card, and let's pretend I have a green Dizzy Dueling card, and then imaginary player has another color. We're going to put out cards in the middle, 2 more than the number of people playing, and then we're going to count down 3, 2, 1, and we're going to point at the card that we want. Because what we're trying to do is be the first to have 2 sets, which is 3 cards of the same color.
Okay.
So if you're the only one who points at your card, you just get it. It goes into your hand. If you point at the same card as someone else, then whoever is the fight master that turn gets to be the fight master. And so they're kind of like the referee, because maybe 3 people pointed at the same card too. Then the fight master says who gets to battle it out. And then they have to do their sword fight in the manner of the card that they're fighting over. So take a bow. Anytime your sword hits anything, you must bow to your opponent. So I would like hit your sword, bow. Yeah. And you want to be the first to jab your opponent in the torso. Yes. So it's pretty fun, and you get 2 fake swords, and it's $25.
Are there only 2? There's only 2.
I only fake set these up. Yes, because only 2 people will battle at a time.
Okay.
And so those would make these sturdier.
Oh,
I
I see.
cheaped out on that.
Got it.
Okay. Oh, so I jumped right past who this is for. Okay, this is a family with all boys, very active. Summer's coming, anticipates them being outside all the time. However, summer's not always outdoor weather. Apparently, it's just going to rain forever here.
Yeah, rain and be chilly.
It's just going to rain and be cold forever, and then it'll get too hot.
Yeah.
So you spend more time inside than you want in the summer, so that's what these people are getting ahead of. So they wanted active board games. Let's hit each other with fixed swords. Spot it. Giant Spot It, if you know. Regular Spot It plays the same way. All the cards have one thing in common with every other card, but it gives you like relay races. In a circle, you're doing it like physically with your body, so your card is whatever card you're standing over at the time.
Yeah, super cute.
This was the surprise
Yeah.
of our board game conference.
You're fine.
One, because we didn't know it was coming.
Yes.
And then Alex showed up, the person from the company physically brought it with him and said, this just arrived. Look, here's early bird. And this was the staff favorite, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I got hit
By
with
a lot.
a caterpillar randomly.
Only
As
fake
I was
played.
playing.
Yeah, oh, you were just like doing something
Yeah,
else
I was doing it, and then it flew at me, and I was like, what is
Yeah,
there?
from the other side of the room, I just kept seeing this caterpillar fly and people running full speed to get it. So you're trying to get rid of your cards, right, by going sequentially up or down. But so it's just speed, getting rid of your cards. But then there are also special cards, like if someone plays the Build a Birdhouse, you're racing to build a birdhouse. If someone plays the Leave the Nest, you leave your cards in a room, moves to the right, and then there's one that you throw the worm. And so whoever does these things the fastest, they start the next round. So that's a guaranteed card they're getting rid of.
You guys are good. You can come on
And,
too.
oh
It's
yeah,
okay.
you're totally fine. So that's early bird. My only complaint is that I feel like the artwork, while I think it's totally adorable, makes me think that it's a preschool game, and it's not a preschool game.
Us adults had a huge amount of fun with it.
Yeah,
It is.
an adult game night. They played it for like an hour.
Yeah.
It is definitely speed. The
Yeah.
card game speed with add-ins.
So it's 7
Yeah.
plus, 2 to 6 players, 15 minutes. I just feel like you look at it and you think it's like for a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
So this is just telling you it's not. It's for
Everyone.
7, and then really there is no upper age. And then Balls In, this is a family favorite amongst my family friends. This is a bouncing ping pong balls into the buckets. Is this the demo?
Yes.
One that I'm surprised you don't have out,
Even
so I
know we had the demo. You could
I
beat
can
me.
beat you.
This is my favorite thing about it. It truly does pack right back up into this, so you don't even need the box. Except I already thought it was missing, so we would really lose it. So you make this tower, you're split into 2 teams, you have different color balls, you're bouncing them into the things for different point levels. We realized the most effective strategy is to get the other team's balls that they've
Right,
missed
and
and
then
bounce
trade,
them into the negative one. But a ball in the top is an automatic win, and this one is just replayable. Super fun. I feel really good. How much was this package? This was 100. Okay. And our last package, because I bet I'm running late. Is it after 4?
404.
Well, I better go fast. Okay, so this is just a $100 package from a family that wanted to level up their 6-year-old's game. So they've been playing since they were 2. They're really into games. They can read. Like, let's just step it up. So this is Magic Labyrinth. You don't do this in the game. I'm just showing you. There's a labyrinth under here, and there are magnets right here. These balls are just kidding. Are disconnected. These are magnetically connected to these. And so then what you're going to do on your turn is we're all trying to get the same icon, but we're taking turns. So we're all trying to get to the bird, which is right here. So roll your dice. I only get to go 1. I mean, on my first turn, I have to figure out if I'm blocked on this side or this side, so I'm just going to hope. Nope, that's where my wall is. So now at least I've learned I have to exit this way every single time. And then I reset, I go back to the start, and then Emily goes and takes her turn. 4. And then, I know, it's kind of intense. 2.
And it does say you have to confidently move it because you can feel resistance.
Oh,
So you have to like to each
So you went
square.
out this way?
yeah.
So now she's learned a really good exit path, and is closer. So let's say that on her next turn she gets it. She takes this, we just draw the new one. Everyone stays where they are. So sometimes we're going to draw one that a person's already on. Sometimes we're going to draw one that's right next to it. In our experience, it kind of evened out. That first it felt like that happened 2 times in a row for the same person, and then it just switched people. So that's Magic Labyrinth.
Not just kids. This was, I think, Morgan's favorite
Okay,
game.
so this is what Steph, who's holding the camera, saying it was her husband's favorite of the 100 games, and he learned most of them. Disco Island Escape is a very entry-level strategy game that is adorable and hilarious because you are lemurs trying to escape this volcano island by doing your best dance moves. You don't have to actually do the dance moves, but my kids do.
That seems reasonable.
Cards are
Yeah.
the dance
Yeah.
move?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're like, I'm gonna boogie and shuffle. It's the colors that you're matching, and they're like, yeah, so they're a little ridiculous on that one. And then Lorcana, this is, because this is the gateway, this teaches you how to play a trading card game. There's another really popular one you might have heard of called Pokemon.
Yeah.
But this gateway gives you a board and very clear instructions and starter decks, and gets you really started playing Lorcana. So then, one, you can explore if this style of game is something you're interested in, and also if Lorcana is something you're interested in, because you can keep collecting other cards and keep increasing the level of your play. And so for someone wanting to step up their game collection, I think this is a really good test the water and see, are we just good at this level and we're going to stay here, or do we want to keep adding to it? Okay, those are all of our game packages. That we will get these out, but let us know. Like I said, we knew something about all of these groups. You tell us if you want to approve them or not. And so we really work to make the set of games work right for you, because like these games would not have worked for these people. So we try to get the right games matched to you, and as you can see, we know our games really well, so we're also able to help on that front. So everyone have a great day. I gotta go pick my groceries.
Bye.